Today let's take a look at one of my favourite rock bands, probably of all time, with the drummer Roger Taylor and my top 11 essential Roger Taylor drum beats. So let's start with a classic. Let's take a look at Bohemian Rhapsody, and I want to take a look specifically at the part that occurs at 4 minutes 16, where the end part, the sort of rocky part kicks in. And what Roger's playing is he's playing quarter notes on the open hi-hat, snare drum backbeat on beats 2 and 4, but he's throwing in this really cool triplet bass drum pattern where we're playing in triplets, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, but we're playing every second note of the triplet on the bass drum. So we get this 2 beats sort of repeating pattern. 1 triplet, 2 triplets, 3 triplets, 4 triplets. And you know you got it right if the bass drum is keeping evenly spaced. If it starts to sound like, you know you're not getting it smooth, you're not playing it as triplets. So it's a 4-bar part I want to show you. The first bar is just literally what I just showed you with a crash at the beginning. Then Roger sort of breaks up the bass drum a bit in the second bar. So he doesn't play the triplet note after beat 2. We then go into beat 3, where he does play the full set of triplets. Then the next line we get, again, breaks it up, stops on beat 2, and then we get this really cool drum fill, which is starting on beat 3, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet. So it's just simply a line of 16 of triplets. And what happens in a lot of Queen songs, we've got some odd time signatures and some very interesting sort of song structures. So the last bar is actually a bar of 2/4. That snare drum note on beat 1 of that bar of 2/4. Is the last note of the triplet drum fill, and then we get that offbeat crash cymbal, that bit there. So then we can count over beat 2, the last bar, it's just rested, and then we come back in. So it's 3 bars of 4 and then 1 bar of 2. You can count it as 2 bars of 4 and then 1 bar of 6, however you want. And by the way, if you find this a little bit confusing, you can download the free PDF chart from my website for free. I've got all 11 drum beats written out for you. You can find a link to this page or these pages beneath this video. So let me play the whole thing slowly for you. And up to speed a couple of times. So the next song I want to show you is probably one of my favourite, probably top 3 Queen songs, Radio Gaga, which I believe was also written by Roger Taylor. And I think the drums were probably programmed for this, but obviously Roger plays it live, and I'm going to show you how you can play or match the recording note for note. So we're playing 16th notes on the hi-hat, right, left, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and the first bar we have these 2 bass drum notes on the 1 in the E of 1, creating this really cool, wow, just a cool drum beat, I think. You don't really hear a lot of that being played in music where the drummer's playing 1 E. I don't know why, you just don't, and it works really well with this song. So the first bar again. Second bar is simpler. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E, and he opens the hi-hat on the and a beat 4, it then closes again where we loop back to the 1 E. So putting it together we get So let me play it for you a few times up to speed. So the next song is another one, Bites of Dust, featuring that great bass melody. And it really shows how Roger is also able to be incredibly mature on the drums and really play something simple that fits the music and doesn't get in the way, but plays it really, really tight. Love the sound of his drums on this recording. We're playing 4 on the bass drum, 1, 2, 3, 4. First bar simply 1 and 2 and 3 and to really sort of using the bass drum to lead. The second bar has that little drum fill, which I wanted to include. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E. 3 E and a 4 E. And the bass drum is what ends it. So we get the 2 bars together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E. Really nice idea. Let's hear it played up to speed. So of course Roger Taylor can also play in swing, shuffle sort of stuff. With this song, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, we come in with the drums around 6 seconds, and I've included the little drum fill that starts it as well. We get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a little ghost note there on the last triplet note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and notice how I'm counting in swing or shuffled triplets, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then for the next 2 bars we get the main drum beat. Shuffling up on the hi-hat, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and put it all together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I play 3 instead of 3 and anyway, here's it up to speed properly. This next song features that signature Roger Taylor hi-hat bark thing that he loves to do. I've got a few more in this lesson for you, but this is the first one in this lesson. The song Somebody to Love. And we come in with the drums around 26 seconds and we're playing in 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So we've got this groupings of 3. And I want to show you the drum fill that leads us in to the main drum beat first. It comes in on the last note, the and a beat 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. We get left, right into a crash, and 1, 2. Then I'll use these 2 toms, but you could use your 2 lowest toms. We get 3, 4, 5, 6. It's sort of building up in volume there, all 3 limbs together. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then into our main drum beat, and without the hi-hat bark to start off with, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So Roger's using all the bass drums, all the spaces between the snare drums for the bass drum, filling up the whole bar. But of course the signature part is this hi-hat bark. Now I've written it as a 16th note opening. When you play it really slowly, it's probably going to be a 32nd note or something like that. I'm not really counting it. What I'm trying to do is open and close it. That sort of speed. It's a bark. So when I play it slowly, it'll be the same speed, the bark, as when I play it up to speed. So let's try it slowly, and you might find it a little bit tricky playing the bass drum after it on beat 5. A bit faster. And let's hear it played up to speed. So for Hammer to Fall, another example of just a very simple drum beat but played beautifully. We get this drum fill starting us off at 8 seconds of 4 E and a, right left, straight into the hi-hat, no crash cymbal. 4 E and the main drum beat for the first part is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Up to speed. And another song featuring a really cool bass melody, very famous, and also those hi-hat barks, Under Pressure. The song, well, the part I've written for you occurs at 30 seconds. The first bar, it's a very simple drum beat without the hi-hat bark. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But then we get the hi-hat bark every snare drum bat beat. The second bar I've included because we get this extra bass drum note on the and of beat 4. When it loops. So 2 bars together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, playing that bass drum note on the and after the hi-hat bar can suddenly be a little bit tricky. As you heard there, I was a little bit sloppy with that one. But here's it played properly. So another song now with another hi-hat bark, but I really wanted to do this one because of the melodic orchestration that Roger uses, especially around the cymbals. So the first bar for Bicycle Race, by the way, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so a half beat kind of feel. The snare drum backbeat's just on beat 3 of the bar, and that hi-hat bark, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But then this cool bar here, bass drum and hi-hat together on beat 1, and then I've written it as 2 crash cymbals. You could use 2 different. I'm going to use the same crash cymbal, and you sort of aim to make it light and near the bell. And unfortunately with this drum kit, there's no articulation for the centre of the crash cymbal, so you can see I'm going to be coming up to it, and it's going to be making a crash cymbal sound, but when you play it and when Roger plays it, try to go for the high-pitched part of the cymbal, and if you can use both, if you're accurate enough, that'd be really cool. So we get, where are we? So 2 crash cymbals, ride cymbal, and then the bell. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, open hi-hat on beat 4. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then into our next bar, which is the same as the bar above it. And then the last bar, and Roger does this a few times in the song, where he opens the hi-hat a little bit earlier, on the and of 2 in this case. 1 and 2 and 3. You get this 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So it opens for the whole of the bar. So 4 bars together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Up to speed. So for I Want to Break Free, I've chosen the section that occurs at 2:34. Roger is basically playing this drum beat throughout most of the song. 1 and a 2, sorry. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and this. But what he does at 2:34 for the first time is overdub this ride cymbal bell pattern. He's still playing this hi-hat pattern underneath, and you could do that throughout the entire song and that'll work. But if you want to make it sound just like the recording, then you can play around with the bell of the ride cymbal, and we get 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. And the bell, the overdub part, is 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. Then I'm moving to the ride cymbal for the other notes. It's a little bit tricky around the and a 2 because you've got and 3. But here we go. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you accidentally play a bell there, don't worry about it. Okay, up to speed. So the next one is I Want It All, and it shows Roger's really fast bass drum foot. He could have been playing this on double pedal. I think he's playing it on single pedal. And it occurs at 2 minutes 27 where we really get this sped up action-packed part of the song. And it starts with 1 and. We're playing the snare drum backbeat on the and of each beat. 1 and. But then we get this 2E and, 3E and, 4E and 1, which is fine. But up to speed we get. I don't think that's even the tempo. It's actually faster than that. And by the way, I also play that bit, which we go into the next section. Here's what I mean. And then finally, we will rock you. Do you really need me to teach you this? Probably not, but it has to be included because it's so iconic. And this is how Roger plays it live. On the recording, it's kind of like foot stomps and claps, but obviously we need to play that on a kit, and this is what Roger plays live. So he plays live. He plays his 2 lowest toms, so I'm going to use these 2 toms here. And I've actually written it as all 3 notes coming down together with the bass drum, but there's a slight flam to them. So I'm slightly flamming the toms here. And then snare drum on beats 2 and beats 4. So very, very simple drum beat. And here's it without the microphone on so you can hear just the drums. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson as much as I did teaching it for you. Don't forget you can download all 3 pages, all 11 drum beats transcribed for you. You'll find a link beneath this video. If you've got any questions, you can email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And if you liked this video, then please do me the favour of liking, commenting and even sharing if you can be bothered. But until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. And you can watch my other free drum lessons by clicking the links on the screen now. Alternatively, if you want to learn how to play literally hundreds of famous and popular songs in full, from start to finish, and including the fully transcribed sheet music, then check out my website drumstheword.com for further details. Thanks for watching.